Hello, welcome to episode, oh god, was it like 49 or 50? I think it's actually 50. Anyways, or is it 49? I don't know. You'll look down below, it'll tell you. Welcome to this episode. I think it's 49. I finally get the AC condenser installed. It's a huge job. I didn't even think it was going to be possible, especially with that generic aftermarket huge one. It's bigger than the radiator, but I get it. I get it installed in this episode. Just hours and hours of cutting and grinding. So I kind of sped up the footage because it's probably boring, but I'm really excited that I finally got the three major components of the AC system installed. Got the thing in the dash, brackets made. I don't even think I've documented that yet. That's probably the next video. But I got the AC compressor mounted on the block. So that's what this episode is about. So like, comment down below, subscribe if you want to see more. It's actually what is it now? It's only April. No, it's actually May now. But I got another month before summer, so I'm trying to get the AC done. Just got the crimp tool in the mail, so getting close. Anyways, hopefully you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. What are you doing, silly dog? Just love the sunbathe out here. Just loves the driveway. I love that latch. That's so cool. It's my ugly L20B broken clutch fan, but this thing was so noisy. We were driving around the other day. So loud, but I didn't have the compressor on. This is just to show. Get out of the way. This video is all about mounting that AC condenser. It's bolted in. Got the hoses connections connected up. The radiator is also installed. Just did a lot of driving with my son. Had a lot of fun, but still got to take it all apart and paint the brackets. But that's what this video is about. Put in the AC condenser. The only thing holding is a spot weld. Oh, look. Right there, I think. There's one top there. I'm going to cut that off. Alright, so now it's got this one tack weld here. There we go. Look. Now I gotta get that one tack weld. Really drill that out. Let's move on to the other side. There we go. I guess I should take the stern box out. Why would I do that? Hop, 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 hop. What's this for or something? This one goes. Got a mask on. Got earplugs, mask, face mask. Oh my gosh.
Fortune. Okay, it's out. Probably put my gloves on. No going back now. I could drill that thing out. Oh, there's another one on the back. Oh, jeez. There's another one on the back side. Oh, right there. I see it. I see the other one. It's two small welds on each side. Yeah, I got one side out. Oh, I love you, Chuck. I really do. Hey, I got the other one out. Oh my gosh. Whew. Oh, more removed. Gone. I think I did it. I don't know if I did enough. Whew. Oh. Let's see if it fits. Oh, I still need to cut these things. Oh. Doesn't fit. Oh. Fits on one side. Almost. Oh. Oh. Let there be light. Okay, so check this out. I found a 90-degree angle in a bucket of junk things they came with. I think they're called connectors. I've got this thing notched enough. I don't know if I'll do this. I don't know what you can see. I'll just try that. So now, even with a 90 on the top hose, which is the most clearance issue there is. Look at that. Can you see? Who knows if you can see. It fits. This connector fits, so the other connector down there has got more room. So, I don't know if you can see, but I made some 12-inch long or 12.5-inch long angle iron. What is this, like an inch and something? I don't know. I'm gonna cut it down. 1.25 inches. That's exactly the size I wrote down. Look at that. 1.25 inches, 1.5 inch flat bar. Well, in the shed I found like 3 feet of this, so I just cut off 2 sections, cut the cover off. My plan is to put that underneath like that. Now I've got a little shelf for put one on this side. I put a little L bracket bolted to here. I can bolt it to here, and I can bolt it down there. I can cut off the excess. I could replace that with steel in the future. I've got some 2-inch square tubing I could cut in half and get a nice 90 in here instead of angle iron. I don't like angle iron in a car. That fits in nicely like that. So I just need to drill a hole in the top. Maybe I should drill a hole here and then hit this. Oh, I need to get the drill. And then I can mount the radiator with nuts or the condenser that way for all those holes. With like a button head or something. And then the radiator is going to sit on top. There's tons of space. I think it's going to work. Okay, I've been whittling away on my brackets. Got some aluminum angle iron. I've got the condenser roughly where it's going to be. It's fitting really nice. I'm starting to feel less bad about cutting up my beautiful truck. But I got a 90 in here for the hose. So I just got to keep working at it. I think I'm going to cut more of this aluminum off. I could replace all this with steel one day and weld it all in, but for now, aluminum's really easy and fast to work with, a lot of cutting, grinding, drilling. So I think that'll work. I just got to put 2 bolts straight through, put nut certs in the aluminum, and then make some brackets to hold the aluminum to the core support. And the condenser will be permanently mounted. Will be in. Now I think I'm just gonna put the radiator straight down. I don't think I'm gonna lean it maybe just a hair. I'm not gonna do the 3-degree like it was, because I'm seriously thinking about upgrading to electric fans off of like a Centra or something, because that will get more air through. It'll warm up quicker. Clutch fans are better than these. The best thing about it is I think it'll actually be more efficient. It'll actually warm up better because this fan's blowing at the same speed at any RPM. The electric ones, I can control them. So I think I want to go down that route. Never done electric fans before, but I'm liking this. This actually looks pretty factory-ish. I think once I paint these and cut these, I think cut them back. Actually, I may leave them that long. Let's see if the radiator fits in there. Never tried that. Let's see if the radiator will fit. Obviously, I haven't cut that extra 1/8 of an inch. There was about a 1/2 inch gaps. And if I don't do it level, does it fit? I don't know. Am I hitting something? Oh, I'm hitting the fan. Goes down about there and it hits. Okay. I think I'm hitting the condenser. Stupid aluminum things are so fragile. Yeah, I think it was hitting these ribs. So I can get rid of these ribs, so it did hit. So I can suck the condenser back more. This is the only thing that's really hitting this one hose right here. I could go back like another, take this grill off and see better, but I think I could go back another inch if I had to. So that was actually touching. Interesting. I thought that would actually fit. I can cut these off, but I don't want to cut those off because if I need to go deeper in, I can use those as a guide. Yeah, let's see, it's not flush. Yeah, let's go back until this is flush with this. This side is almost about like another millimeter on this side. And I can cut this off. This side is about at least an 1/8. This is like 3/16 higher. This side needs to go back, so it's hitting on this hose, it looks like. So I'm gonna have to cut her out here. Oh. It's almost getting into the headlight pocket. I wonder if they make it tighter 90, probably not. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut the headlight thingy there. What else? This side needs to go back. Condenser, look at it, just lifts out. Pops in like a piece of toast. Just got one bolt holding these in for now. 1/6 mil. I was gonna show you the bracket, but it ran away from me. Oh, the stupid truck is leaking oil again. Oh, it's leaking oil again. Just put a brand new oil pan gasket. That's the rear main leaking. I don't know, the rear oil pan. There's the bracket, the complicated side. The other one's simple. So it's hitting right there. Damn, it's too bad it's hitting there. This needs to go back a little bit more. So the bottom needs to be cut too. Got the bottom and the headlight. Well, I just cut it some more. I got the radiator to fit. The little problem is that the fan is actually touching the radiator, and the alternator, the big VQ alternator, well, it's the same size pulley, is rubbing on the, the alternator is rubbing on the radiator. Obviously, it actually needs to go up about an inch or so. It's way too low. And it doesn't even hit these tabs. So the condenser does need to go farther back inward, I guess. Is that the synopsis? Is that the right word for this problem? I don't know. Looks pretty good though. Yeah, it definitely needs to go higher. I hate how it's all sunken down like a body lifted truck is. My hose would tell me wherever the hose is. But it's, that needs to be there. If I put it there, it's still just back up. It's basically touching the fan, touching the alternator. So it needs to come back half an inch. So we need to push the condenser in half an inch. Why is this thing stuck? Oh, half an inch. Okay, I'm glad I didn't cut these stupid things. So we need to go back another half an inch, which, oh geez, I think the only problem is the headlight. This stupid thing. So I could move this thing over an inch. Ooh, let's see if I don't do that. If I go back half an inch, this would be dangerously close to here. Looks like it would fit though. I could go straight back half an inch, or I could move the whole thing over an inch. I think I got it sorted. Got the radiator in there. Just mocked up, nothing's mounted. But I move the radiator back a half an inch, or I move the condenser back a half an inch. And I got tons of clearance down now on that hose. Got my fan original, upper hose lines up. Got the radiator in, it's all crooked right now, but it's actually better than it was with the other bracket. It's looking really good. It's looking doable is what's important. So I took the grill out. You can see that new aluminum angle iron here that mounts the condenser. I think I'm going to put some L brackets here and bolt it, or down there. I got the one bolt here on the top. And I got this stupid 90 degree here. I'll have another 90 degree hose down there. Oh, it's going to work. This is going to work. So I just got to finalize it. Now that I know it's doable with this condenser and this radiator, man, I hope this works out. The other thing I'm afraid of is this condenser is bigger than the radiator. It's blocking 100% of the radiator. Hopefully that's not a problem for the truck cooling. But actually looks good from here. Here's the radiator, 14 by 23 by 20. Whatever that means. Alright, so here's my final design. Here's my condenser brackets I made out of some angle. I made some spacers to shim it across and put a nut in there so I could bolt to the core support precisely 1 inch back. And so those work great. I can get the clearance I need. I ended up pushing them back. Ended up making some new steel ones so I could weld them in. I was going to make these bolt in, but it'd be easier just to weld them in. So I made some out of steel. Made them a little bit deeper. And same thing out of steel over here. And these are notched for the hoses. So now I'm just going to go ahead and tack weld these in the truck somehow. They'll go like this. And kind of flush with the old dent. And then I gotta figure out, once I get those in, I can put the nutserts in, bolt the condenser to that, and then I gotta figure out how to mount the radiator on top of that. So I'm just gonna tack these in. Don't go crazy, Barry, and weld these in. Just tack them. Just tack. They may have to come back out. I got holes drilled into the condenser so they line up. So let's do nutserts first. That may be easier. I got it in. This fitting though is hitting this light bucket. Got to trim that some more. I technically got one bolt in on this side. The other bolt will go in. Got this welded flush. You can see this side is proud quite a bit here. So it won't go in because that stupid hose connection. So the condenser fits in the space. I think it's hitting somewhere else too. Down here somewhere. No, no, don't tell me that thing's hit down there too. One thing at a time. So we got to take a big chunk out of the headlight. Well, it's actually the grill bracket. That's what's hitting the... Well, that looks pretty cool. I can see right through there. Hopefully this is not going to prevent my truck from cooling. I'm just excited. I got that thing. And I got that big old monster condenser inside that space. I can weld all this up and be strong. It'll look OEM-ish. Just clears the hood latch and everything. Just clears these wire management. Just right on top. I've got it on a 2x4 for now. So obviously I've got 1.5 inch space on the frame. I think it fits good. In reality, it's probably made for a full-size vehicle. It's this universal kit. You can see it's a tiny bit bigger than the radiator. But I got it in there. Hopefully it'll have good AC. I don't know. Alright, so it's welded in. Added on some of these little angle iron brackets to cover the big gap. To stabilize those L's. Because you know they're L's. So I got them tacked on here. And over here, of course, I got 4 bolts in here. I got that little tack there. I think that's good enough. I think that piece in the middle and then the back side all welded. That thing isn't going anywhere. Oh, now it's $1 million test. Now I could put the radiator in here and see how it fits. That was a block I made, by the way, to make sure I could fit the same size as the radiator. Actually, this is the radiator, I think. Oh, wait, this is not the right one. I had a smaller one somewhere. Anyways, I put the radiator in. Let's see if it fits. In theory, it should fit better than last time. I'm gonna need a couple more spacers though. I think it's not as tall as the condenser. Oh, that is pretty nice. I could even make it taller than that, somewhere around there. The hose goes on the bottom. That will be hose now. The hose is in the way. Okay. Yes. Why is this not going all the way back? What are you hitting? Back on this side. Anyway. Wow, the radiator won't even go back anymore. See the body there? Wow, you know what I just noticed? This is almost back to the factory place, which is actually too far back. Well, I just noticed that. That is almost back to the original location. So I've got the radiator. It's almost flush right here with the original core support. Look at that. So that's where it was. And there's a good gap down here for the hose. Still pretty tight, but there's an 1/8 inch or so. And this hose is probably too short. Yeah, it needs to come forward just to tickle. The top needs to lean forward. So yeah, now we're just gonna make some crazy brackets to connect that, but that's where the radiator goes. Yes, yes. I'm happy. I got air conditioning to fit. And you see? All kinds of reflections and glares. Man, that was a lot of cut and grind. Look at all this debris, all this dust. I'm drilling and grinding for like days. So now the radiator's back. All that work just to put the radiator back to where it was. Now I just gotta figure out how to mount it. But it's pretty much flush where it was, which is not good because this is a 510 radiator, so I gotta lean it out now. So I gotta somehow make some kind of crazy leany bracket. One would say, why don't I just put these back in there? I think I'll make newer but nicer ones. Yeah, something like that's gotta go in there. It's getting there. It's getting there.